Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
Just as confusing as this weekend was for everybody.
Yes, it was.
So, welcome to NERDVANA LI. Yeah. I am Marlon.
I'm Colton. What's
and
going on?
We're the two idiots you're watching for an hour.
Yeah.
So,
we're sorry in advance.
So, E3 just happened.
Yes, it did.
Really big deal. Really not big deal. A lot of ups and downs. Colton, what was your impression of just E3 as a whole? Like, what do you think of the entire thing as a whole? Because a lot of people are talking about how it shouldn't be an event.
Yeah, I think those people are, just for lack of better terms, wrong. I really do think they're wrong because this was so fun. This is literally all the video game companies flexing on all of them. It's a literal bodybuilding competition of video games, and I love it. I love it. It's just for the companies to do what they want to do, and they show the best.
Imagine being there too.
They show the absolute best of what they're capable of, and it makes me so happy to see all these people coming together. And even the companies show support for one another, which is kind of weird, but kind of cool,
Well, sometimes too, sometimes the companies don't show us our best, and we're gonna go into that today, as well as the good stuff. But I do agree with you. E3 is a really cool way for the developers and producers of games to really connect with the fan base, to get feedback. I feel like a lot of companies and a lot of games have been improved because of the impact of E3. And I think it is important, even if companies like Nintendo, for example, don't show up there live. I think it's really important for their games development to be there, to see what fans see.
Right.
Since they're working on it 24 hours a day, might as well get another pair of eyes and ears involved.
Of course.
Now, speaking of which, because I'm really excited to talk about this. I refuse to talk about it at all with you today.
I know. Marlon walked into my house today. I'm like, hey, buddy, how was E3? He looks at me and goes, I don't want to talk about it. We're waiting for the show. And I was like, oh, okay, just go down.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you, since you were very vibrant about your feelings.
Yes. I have a hard time controlling
What was your
myself.
favorite game shown? Now, here, it's a two-parter. So, favorite game shown with gameplay, and favorite game shown in general.
All right. I mean, obviously, I'm kind of flexing on who I thought won. Can you see that? Yeah. I'm kind of flexing on who I thought won E3, but I'm not gonna lie to you. My favorite trailer, I'm giving it to Halo. I'm giving it to Halo because Halo was let's be honest. If I'm not Nintendo, I'm Xbox because I've been with the Halo franchise since the beginning, and it's had its ups, it's had its downs, but come on, man. It's Halo. It was fun, and we're finally getting the wrap up here, and I really do think that
kinda.
I mean, the wrap up for this trilogy, at least. So
that's the thing, because they talked about a spiritual reboot. So obviously mine's Halo. Yeah. The other one is Breath of the Wild 2, which was such a shocker. Holy crap! That was a shocker.
Hang on, wait. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Colton,
why am I moving up to the side for this?
Literally flexing.
There we go. There we are. All right.
No, you gotta take it out.
Oh, I do. I don't know if we're allowed to do that on live TV. Be careful with that.
We can now. So the cool thing. So about Breath of the Wild 2, I can't wait to see where the story comes in. But for me, Halo has given the fans something that is really interesting. So first of all, they went back to Old School Chief.
Just gonna put this on the floor.
They went to Old School Chief, which I really like. But the biggest part is when I watch it a second time, I noticed a few things.
Yeah.
So the game takes place at least after September 19th, 2061. Halo 5 was 2558, I believe.
Yeah.
The biggest part was what they were talking about in terms of the location. If you look on the HUD of the Pelican, which is much wider and bigger now, is
Dude,
Zeta.
maybe they just made like a series of thick Pelicans, you know?
It's called Zeta. So Zeta is the ring that they're talking about. Zeta Halo is Installation 7. Now the reason Installation 7 is important is because that is where the beginning of the Forerunner, for people who don't know, Forerunners are the beings that created the Halo rings. So the war between the Forerunners and the Flood started, was on that installation. So it's going to be really interesting to see where they take the story and what they do. I'm really excited.
I honestly would love to see more of the Flood. You know, I loved the Flood.
Well, the only thing we got was Infection. We got Infection, and that was it. And I'm kind of like, thank God, but at this point, like when I was Halo 4, I was like, thank God it's not around. But at the same time, now it's kind of like, let's get something moving here, especially because the story is so in the air, and the newest thing we see of Chief is he's just floating in space.
Right.
And everyone's like, oh, well, that's the Infinity, and Cortana blew it up, and like, that's nice to speculate, and there are a lot of questions. But either way, I'm really looking forward to it. Now, something I got to talk about, too, is what we didn't see. So something that I didn't see that I was actually kind of upset with is Cuphead's DLC, known as the Delicious Last Course.
Oh, yeah.
We know nothing about it, except it's probably food-based, blah, blah, blah. But we got that last E3. We didn't get it this time. We got nothing. Studio MDHR keeps putting stuff up about it, but about just Cuphead in general, like 15% off at this point, or this, or that, or fan stuff, or if people want jobs. But they don't talk about the DLC. Everyone's asking for it. Yeah. And I was wondering also if there's a game or anything that you wanted to see. Oh, and Pikmin 4, we're not talking about that.
Yeah, that's going to be that was going to be my thing, is because I wanted to see Pikmin, especially with the resurgence of people loving Pikmin, because, you know, Olimar was released, well, obviously he was released for Smash a while ago, but he really became prevalent in the Smash community. A lot of people use him now because he's such a good character in the game. A lot of people have kind of been swinging over to the Pikmin side, and people are kind of exploring more Pikmin games. Because I don't know about you, when I started learning about characters in Smash, some characters I didn't play their games until I played them in Smash. Like
a lot of
Fire
them.
Emblem,
a lot of them.
you know?
Nobody knew who Captain Falcon was, and they thought he was just some random
Dude,
character. It turns out, yeah.
You want to hear something really depressing? I heard a little kid the other day talk about Captain Falcon as if he was a Smash Brothers original character, and I was like, oh, that hurts me. It hurts me so bad. But he may as well be at this point, you know.
Well, I mean, F-Zero is a great game.
Oh,
a lot of people wanted an FC reboot or remake.
F-Zero? I would love an F-Zero game for the Switch because it's perfect, you know. And you know what? You could do what the Wii U was gonna do with Star Fox Zero, you know, with the stupid motion controls. Dude, how cool would F-Zero be with that?
That would be awesome.
That would be so cool.
So, after a commercial break, we are going to actually dive into every single one of the E3 conferences that were shown, from EA to Nintendo.
We're already at break?
Yeah, we're already at break. But yeah, so get excited. First one up is EA, and you're not going to change the channel because I've got a lot to say about EA right now.
Too.
All right, we'll see you after the commercial break.
Hudson Valley CBD. All natural cannabis oil trusted by athletes for focus, recovery, and pain management. Perfect for everyday management of anxiety, insomnia, inflammation, and overall health. All the medicinal benefits of cannabis without the high. Use promo code NERD for 20% off to find out why thousands of people trust Hudson Valley CBD as their trusted CBD brand. That's promo code NERD, N-E-R-D, for 20% off.
Hi, my name's Anthony. I'm with Mission Nutrition. We have 2 stores located in Hicksville and Huntington Village. We were established in 2015 by myself and my brother. We kind of are a hybrid supplement store / nutrition store where we focus on a lot of groceries so people can hit their specific diet, whether it's vegan, paleo, ketogenic. Definitely give us a follow on Instagram at It's Mission Nutrition, and definitely come on down to the stores and check us out, see what we're about.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I don't work here, but I found this shirt in the back. Come on, let me show you something. So this is Video Game Trading Post. It's at 52 East Village Green in Levittown, right across from the 7-Eleven. Now, take a look at all of this stuff. Look at all these video games. Anything from the 70s to now. Anything from the Atari to the Switch, you're gonna find it right here in this store. Accessories, games, and all this other stuff that you see, this would have been in the dumpster if not in the store. But now, they're on the shelves where they belong. All these classic and beautiful things. Also, this store does something really cool. You know those old GameCube games that you probably left to your cat and, well, speaking from experience, none of them work anymore because it doesn't read anything anymore. This thing right here, this will fix that for you. What other store does that? You just press, oh! Video Game Trading Post is one of the coolest places on Long Island because it's good for collectors too. If you're a collector of video games or if you want to start collecting games, you can get inbox options here and really high quality stuff. Let me show you something here. Look at this inbox Nintendo 64 from Japan. Look at that. This is awesome. It's a beautiful, beautiful product, and I would buy this to start a collection. You kidding me? Now, what am I gonna put this over here, if you don't mind. So, Video Game Trading Post, 52 East Village Green in Levittown. Make sure you come here, tell your friends about it. It's a great place. Cheese it!
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back. Go ahead.
So I wanted to just do a quick promo thing. Our guys at Video Game Trading Post, I don't have the shirt on today. Sorry about that, guys.
Neither do I. I hope Skeletor helps.
It's fine. I wanted to thank them for giving us one of these to show off today. This is an Eon GameCube HDMI adapter. It actually boosts the resolution of your GameCube, and you plug it in and then you plug the adapter into an HDMI port. And it's beautiful. It boosts it up to, I think it boosted up to like 720p, which the GameCube is only capable of doing 480, so which is like, it makes a notable difference.
I can't read. I don't know why I'm looking at that.
That's fine. It's actually really funny that they have this on the cover. They have a picture of Final Destination in Fox, because I've seen this device used at so many Melee tournaments. It's unbelievable. It makes such a difference. So check it out. It's the Eon GameCube adapter. This thing is beautiful. I have one myself, and I love it. It makes everything so much nicer. It makes Animal Crossing look beautiful. It makes Wind Waker look beautiful. I mean, they did that for the Wii U, but come on. You know, I like sailing twice as slow. It makes the Pokemon XB Gale of Darkness game just, oh God, I love it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, we're going to put that at the forefront because we love VG, whatever those words are.
VGTP,
Thank you.
boyo.
Okay, so we're going to start with EA. EA I have with about 15 O's in the word boring.
Oh my God, he does.
It is, in my opinion, it was the worst E3 conference show of the weekend. First of all, they said 15...
I'd go on record saying it was one of the top 10 worst, like, ever.
That's good. Oh, I mean of this one.
No, I'm talking like in general.
Well, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's the worst one I've ever seen. But They announced 15 minutes before the stream that they weren't ready and the stage wasn't set up, but it's going to be cool. And here are all the games that are going to be there. And they advertised 6 games. A third, I kid you not, a third of the live streamers went down because Skate 4 wasn't one of them.
Yeah, I'm saying that, like...
Skate 4 should have been there.
The way they prepared for their set is the way we prepare for our show. So, like, you know, just what you're seeing right now is kind of the quality of E3.
And they have a budget.
Yeah, which is great.
So here's the deal. So they talked about a bunch of things. They talked about Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which looks great.
Yeah, that's the thing. So did Force Unleashed, and Force Unleashed was Bobo.
And Battlefront 2, which
Yeah.
made me, they told me at the end of the campaign, the last level comes out next month, and I have to pay for it, on top of what I have for the game.
Okay,
no.
Can I just say right now that I hate this culture. I hate that game companies now have the ability to charge full price for a half-assed game and then make us pay for the rest of it? Like, come on,
It's
that's
ridiculous.
stupid. That's the dumbest thing. I love DLC. I love what Nintendo's doing. Nintendo took Breath of the Wild. That's a complete package, and then they're like, oh, you loved it? We're gonna make more of it to add to the complete package.
So the other thing,
God.
is that each game, it was a 3-hour show. Each game got a half an hour time.
Yeah.
Half of the games were DLC.
Right.
DLC for
is EA's
Battlefield.
motive.
It was Battlefield 5, where you go to Greece now and fight. You have Sims 4, which is the tropical expansion, and you have Apex Legends, which is they're advertising their 2nd season and a new character.
Rest in peace, Apex.
So the 2 better ones that we know are going to be okay, and I know this because of playing sports games, are FIFA 20 and Madden NFL 20. FIFA 20 is a new installment in the FIFA series and has also added FIFA Street, which everyone is really excited for. No rules, just plain soccer in the street. And then Madden NFL 20, it's the new installment in the franchise. What they did is they're doing something where they're adding a couple features from the old games. They're actually paying attention to their fan base for once.
Wow.
And they also, one of the things that they're doing is they're adding 100 new plays in what's called the run-pass option part of the playbook. This includes the Philly special from the Super Bowl between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots. EA's setup also looked like, I had it written in here, it also looked like if ridiculousness met the Ellen Show. And it took, and I don't know why that was a delay.
That's a great way to put it.
I don't know why there was a delay on setting it up, but it basically, I have written here how much they suck. It just says that they refuse to listen to their fan base, and hopefully they stop making games as years go on.
Yeah.
Next, Microsoft. So a couple of points here. Microsoft had, to me, an extremely strong conference. An extremely strong one. For people that love to hate it because it's a meme now, screw you. Anyway.
Damn!
So the Outer Worlds is a Fallen Skyrim kind of crossover. You were looking at it before. It's like kind of in space.
It's okay, listen.
It's made by the original Fallout team.
Listen, guys, I love BioShock as much as the next guy, but like, come on. We don't need another one. You know?
So also they talked about Ori and the Will of Wisps. Looks great.
That does look
Minecraft Dungeons looks awesome.
Yeah.
It's a refreshing take on the
Not
franchise.
gonna lie, I think I'm gonna pick that up.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay.
Cyberpunk 2077 is
sorry.
taking over Xbox.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way. Well, I mean,
Listen.
isn't it Rockstar? Right?
Yeah, can I just say that, like, I have a friend who works for Rockstar, and hopefully we can get her on the show at some point. But I looked at Cyberpunk 77, and like, I love the resurgence of Keanu Reeves. Like, I really do. I think
It's coming out of like the past month or so. It's
I
been
know.
crazy.
I think the new meme, you know, like, remember when Chuck Norris memes were the best thing ever? Like, I think Keanu Reeves is going to be the next Chuck Norris.
Oh my God.
You know, I think that's really what's going to happen. But when I saw Keanu in Cyberpunk 77, you better believe I lost my mind.
You're breathtaking.
Oh,
You're all breathtaking. So anyway, one of the games that came out too, Blair Witch, was a really disturbing looking game.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty interesting. Something that I want to talk about too is the Xbox Game Pass. So the Xbox Game Pass is basically like streaming services for Xbox. The Game Pass for PC and console both separately are $10 a month. For the Ultimate, which includes both Xbox Live Gold and a bunch of other features tailored to certain games like Gears of War, for example, is $15 a month. I think it's incredible.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. I mean, it's just insane. You have other games too on here, like Psychonauts 2 is supposed to be crazy. Dragon Ball Game Project Z looks awesome.
Yeah, that looks great.
12 minutes looks tense. Gears of War 5 is hopefully not a mistake. Phantasy Star Online 2 was a shocker.
Oh,
that was a
dude,
crazy shocker.
I'm so excited for that because we haven't had a good Phantasy Star Online since the GameCube.
Well, now it's coming to America too,
I
as like
know.
a whole. It's gonna be
Like,
crazy.
I'm kind of hyped about that because that was my introduction into games like Final Fantasy, into like Baldur's Gate. I remember playing that with a few buddies of mine. Like that was my childhood, man. That was my JRPG.
It was pretty
childhood.
crazy. Just to see that was really awesome.
That was my World of Warcraft. All right.
So other things that we have here, Borderlands 3 looks really cool. I really am excited for this Elden Ring game.
Yes.
With its Dark Souls and George R.R. Martin. I think it's going to be really exciting.
Excuse me? Wait a minute. You forgot one more guy.
Miyazaki.
Mr. Hayao Miyazaki's on this project.
He is Dark Souls.
Yeah, oh, God.
He is Dark Souls. It's being made by From Studio as well, who also was involved with the remake of Shadow of the Colossus. I don't know if they did the original game or not. I think they did. But the point is that this is going to be an incredible game.
I remember specifically telling my friend Zach, who, by the way, if you're watching, shout out to you, buddy.
Zachy P.
You sent me a picture that said an art production in collaboration, Hayao Miyazaki and George R.R. Martin. And I remember specifically saying I would sell my left kidney to fund a project like that. And I didn't even know it was happening. So then he told me it was. And good thing I still got both of those.
So something I want to talk about too, because there's a big misconception here, is Project Scarlet. So Project Scarlet is the newest installation into the systems or consoles for Xbox. Now, a lot of people have a lot of questions about it, and they answered some on Twitter, actually, and a lot of people are skeptical because, for example, Cyberpunk comes out April 16th of 2020. This launches in the holiday. So here's the deal. Everything that we know about so far, first of all, so the Xbox One X was on record as the most powerful console, on record. This is 4 times more powerful than that.
Dude, it's gonna do 8K.
It's native 4 as well.
Can I tell you something that I'm kind of skeptical of?
Sure.
Yeah, you know what? It might be able to do 8K, but like unless you got a 200-inch TV, like it's not really gonna make that much a difference.
No, but there are people who are upgrading the size of their monitors to do that. Like, I mean, not that big, but
like,
bigger.
What? I mean, 4K? Like, what are you gonna do? I've seen the difference between 4K and 8K. Maybe it's my idiot eyes, but like, I can't see much of a difference unless you're looking on a movie theater screen. You know?
We'll see when it comes out what they do.
This would not show 8K. Like, you can't decipher 8K and 4K on this.
So, other things that are noted about the Scarlet is that, as I said, it's a new Xbox, so it's not a 1X whatever. It is also something where all Xbox One games are compatible. And not just that, they're all compatible at launch.
That's awesome.
So there's no waiting like there has been
irritating.
for 1X and the 360 and the original Xbox to have on this one. It's just going to be right away. Anything that's been on the Xbox One is coming and is ready to go on this system. Finally, for Xbox, we have Halo Infinite that we went into earlier. The Halo Legends armor that Master Chief now sports, the story and the lore that they're going into, and the old school vibes of Bungie that they're getting into make everybody, especially me, very excited for the game. I think we have a couple more minutes to do this. So
we got like 2 more minutes.
This will be quick. This will be quick. Bethesda. I have. Oh, by the way, for what I have for Xbox, I have Going For It All, basically taking advantage of the fact that PlayStation wasn't there, and they did a great job. Bethesda, I have For the Fans. It was a really long start. They just kept talking about how much they love the fans, and they had videos of how much they love the fans. And
Skyrim is now available for your calculator, for your refrigerator.
It was basically
Thanks, Ryan.
It was basically a few hours of DLC. Ghostwire Tokyo looks amazing. Commander Keen is gonna I don't know how it's gonna sell even 5 copies. I mean, there's a mobile game for Skyrim. There's it's called Elder Scrolls Legends. Oh, it's a mobile card game, which is even worse. There's Wolfenstein.
Skyrim and cards. Can we get on my Texas Instruments?
God. Wolfenstein Cyberpilot is a VR Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein Youngblood looks pretty cool. Deathloop is a weird rivalry game. It's interesting. Orion is a streaming service that we have no idea what it is, but they showed it on a phone on an Xbox for about 2 minutes. And Doom Eternal is dope AF.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for Doom Eternal. That's going to be amazing.
Yes, and I'm glad you brought up Doom, because we got stuff to talk about after the break.
Hudson Valley CBD. All natural cannabis oil trusted by athletes for focus, recovery, and pain management. Perfect for everyday management of anxiety, insomnia, inflammation, and overall health. All the medicinal benefits of cannabis without the high. Use promo code NERD for 20% off to find out why thousands of people trust Hudson Valley CBD as their trusted CBD brand. That's promo code NERD, N-E-R-D, for 20% off.
And welcome back.
Hello.
To NERDVANA, Long Island. We should say the name more often.
Yeah, NERDVANA L.I.
Before we continue.
Long institution.
Yeah, I'll say. So before we continue, I just want to give a quick shout out to Hudson Valley CBD. You saw their promo before. We got some product right here. This is it's a triple relief muscle, joint, and nerve relief. I actually have like a lot of hand pain because I play games far too often, and this actually helps a lot. Marlon, you told me you have headaches and stuff, right?
Sure.
So I just want, hold on, just go. Simba.
What are we doing?
There we go. I've just christened him King of the Jungle. Now!
This is cold. Okay, so first thing before we go into the next part of it, something I forgot to mention, shame on me. 2 things. Number 1, I want to revise a statement I made last show, Pikmin is not my favorite game franchise. Halo is.
Yeah.
Hands down, Pikmin is a solid number 2. And speaking of number 2, Battletoads is on Xbox. I forgot about that. So that's going to be really dope.
Now all those people calling in for the fake Battletoads at GameStop are actually going to be right this time. So.
Okay. Speaking of jokes, the PC gaming game catalog. I'm just kidding. What I have written for PC gaming here is cool games, horrible show.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's one of those things that just lets the hardware speak for itself.
So, like,
you know?
one of the things, so they showed Bloodlines 2, which is a vampire game that they showed. Chivalry 2 looks interesting. What do I have here? Oh, there's a new gaming monitor for $400. Let's see what we got here. Conan Chop Chop. This is going great so far. Last Oasis actually looks really good.
Yeah.
Zombie Army Dead War 4 is Nazi Germany and Zombie Hitler. That looks really cool. It looks really cool based on what the trailer showed. I'm into it. What do I have here? Planet Zoo is awesome.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Okay, the fact that they showed a hippo pooping all over himself at E3, I think that's pretty cool.
Listen,
that's
Marlon,
pretty ballsy.
Marlon, I don't need to know what you're into. Let's get down the list here.
Okay. We have, let's see, we have Auto Chess. Valfaris looks pretty cool too. Maneater is the one I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Maneater is a killer shark simulator.
I'm so hyped for this.
It's such a meme game. It looks really cool though. I really do like it.
It's going to be the goat simulator of the sea. I can't wait.
Something that they had here was interesting was telling lies.
Yeah.
Where they have like basically like a lot of people telling at least like 20 different stories on like based on a butterfly effect. I kind of like that. It's pretty interesting. We don't see a lot of games like that except for like what was that game they had? Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Until Dawn was the same concept. But this is like it's just like 20 different storylines or something. I thought it was really interesting. Anyway, yeah. So cool games. The presentation was horrible.
Oh god.
So Ubisoft now. Up and down is what I have.
Tom Clancy needs to calm down.
Okay. It's a Tom Clancy show. So the first thing was the Assassin's Creed. The Assassin's Creed Symphony was awesome.
Yeah.
It took a while,
great.
but it was awesome. Watch Dogs Legion.
Awesome.
It was a very in-depth game. It's very cool. However, a lot of people are very skeptical of the fact that you have all these different characters.
Dude, it's anonymous, the game!
It's like 50, 60 characters, but they're saying like they have recorded lines for every single character, all new lines for every single story plot. I don't know, it might be a No Man's Sky type of deal. That's what people were talking about.
You know what? No Man's Sky came back.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky, you know what? It started terrible. You know, it had a terrible launch.
Well, Watch Dogs also has momentum underneath it.
Of course.
So, like, I mean, that's what it has going for it. But at the same time, it's,
Yeah, but at the same time,
I think the idea is cool. I just don't know about the execution. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to do a similar No Man's Sky thing. It's going to be like, oh crap, this didn't launch well. You know, we got to update it. Listen to the fans. What do we want?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to come back because No Man's Sky made a comeback.
Speaking of not launching well, Mac from Sunny. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia showed up and decided he was going to work with Ubisoft to make a show called Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet, which is a TV series on Apple Plus. Kind of interesting. It kind of takes like the, what's the show by the, what's it called? The guy that, Dan Harmon.
Yeah.
He does a show, like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of show. It's animated.
It's not Critical Role.
No, but it's kind of like, it looks the same.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested, especially with his humor. I don't know if it's gonna go in exactly a great direction. We're gonna see. We'll see. So we also had Rainbow Six Battle Royale.
That's gonna be cool.
Another Battle Royale game.
Yeah, listen, you know, it's the hype, you know.
You have Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which the show of the entire trailer was stolen not only by the Punisher's actor, who I will never remember the name of, but I think his name is Bam Bam the dog, who just was there. There were a lot of like weird, memey things at
like,
E3 this time.
I wish I had the crowd appeal of a dog, where I can literally just exist on stage and people love me. You know, like
that would be pretty cool.
That'd make this
see that happen. Yeah, I was gonna say. And they're putting Terminator in Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which.
Yeah.
Microsoft beat them to putting Terminator in Gears of War 5 as DLC for pre-order. So that's it's weird how that's going to be a trend. Maybe he'll be in Smash someday.
Dude,
that would be really funny.
I'm glad you did.
We'll talk about that. We'll save it.
Let's go all the way down. Let's do this quick, because I want to get to good stuff.
So Just Dance 2020 made an appearance.
That's pretty cool.
And, well, see, here's the thing. It wasn't. So, like,
well,
it had a rather weird presentation. I get that, like, the dancers were, everything was great and whatever, but, like, if you look at the audience, I kind of had the same reaction of, like,
yeah. Well, you know why they did it? Because it's like, they literally could have just, like, had the same effect by going, oh, yeah, by the way, Just Dance 2020.
Well, they could have. They could have showed gameplay. They should have. Well, not gameplay because it's whatever. But like, they should have showed there's like a song list.
It's like the Kids Bop soundtracks, you know.
Well, they show the soundtracks. So everything else that we got, we got a Rainbow Six Quarantine game, which looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
We got Tom Clancy, and we got Uplay streaming service, which is $15 a month. And is also partnering with Stadia, which people have a lot of problems with, because Stadia is $10 a month. On top of the 15 is $25 a month.
Yeah, you guys, you remember when you said you were getting rid of your cable box for your streaming services? Guess what? They got back.
Meanwhile, Xbox shammed them the day before and has their highest tier is $15 a month. You also have Roller Champions, which is very similar to Rocket League.
It's literally Rocket League.
It's incredibly similar to the game that was played in El Dorado.
Yeah, that's the Road to El Dorado.
That's Road to El Dorado.
That's kind of cool. And I was like, all right, is it weird? I was watching that movie the other day, and I was kind of like, I would love to kind of play that game. And then like this happens, I'm like, all right, well, cool.
And finally, they had, for Ubisoft, they had Gods and Monsters, which is created by the Assassin's Creed team. Nothing major. Looks cool, though. It's kind of like almost like a Wind Waker kind of vibe to it.
Yeah, it has like an Okami Wind Waker vibe to it.
Next, we have Square Enix, which I called Final Fantasy Con plus Avengers.
Yeah, it really, like, every other game was Final Fantasy.
So we have Final Fantasy VII's remake, which is flawless.
Yeah.
It looks flawless. It is going to be on 2 Blu-ray discs. That's how big the game is.
Yeah.
We also have here Final Fantasy Crystal something, because I didn't remember the name.
Chronicles.
They have Dragon Quest Builders 2, which is a weird take on that.
Traveler, which is another Final Fantasy, basically.
Dragon Quest 2. Battalion 1944 gives me really super Medal of Honor vibes from the original Xbox.
Great.
I was really into it.
You know what it is? It's like it was Medal of Honor and CS:GO put together.
Yeah, exactly. But like something I really thought was really cool because it's in my field. Square Enix music is going to be streamable everywhere. I thought that was really awesome of them to do.
That's going to be amazing because I love to go back and listen to my favorite Final Fantasy XI songs. That was a game that really kind of got lost to the wind, and there's so many amazing like Square Enix tracks from Kingdom Hearts, all the Final Fantasy series.
They have amazing soundtracks, amazing stuff.
God. Like, I can't wait, man.
They showed Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC.
Yeah,
Final Fantasy 14 Online, Shadowbringers. They showed gameplay for Dying Light 2, which was shown at Xbox.
Yeah.
We have Final Fantasy Exvius and Final Fantasy War of the Visions.
Well,
kind of work hand in hand.
Exvius is a, I believe it's a phone game.
Yeah, they both work hand in hand.
Yeah.
Outriders looks really cool. It's almost like a Mad Max type of vibe with like some extra sci-fi. Final Fantasy VIII Remastered.
Yeah,
they should have showed it.
Yeah, I mean,
they should have showed it.
I love Final Fantasy VIII. I'm like, I don't know where I really don't know where I stand on this.
Well, we'd have nothing to show.
You know?
We have nothing to see.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't mind them showing as much Final Fantasy as they did because these fans were asking for it, and they got nothing.
Yeah.
They had maybe 1 or 2 games or whatever, fine, and you know that might be pompous to some fan bases, but Final Fantasy's fan base is so committed.
Yeah.
They deserve this.
Of course.
They
And you know
deserve
what?
this.
I think they might even redo 9 because 9 had a pretty big cult following. Believe it or not, 7 was a kind of cult game.
Yeah.
You know, and if 9 had the cult following that 7 does, like, of course it's going to get a remake. And then we're going to get 10 because 10 was another one with a huge
They're going to
cult
remake them
following.
all. They're going to remake
I
them
think so.
all.
I think 10 and 10 too are due
And
for a
finally,
remake.
the moment that everyone was asking for, and maybe shouldn't have, Marvel Avengers. I think. Okay, so here's the deal. I was talking to my brother about this. Shout out to Lane. He and I are huge Marvel fans. We think it's dope. I could speak for him when I say it's dope. But I can easily see it failing.
I can too.
And
you know, I really can.
And a lot of it, it's really
Sorry,
funny.
I'm, like,
A
checking
lot
the
of it
Facebook
is
feed.
kind of like how the characters look. I mean, it doesn't like the game looks like it would really fail, but the characters are kind of off, wanky looking. I mean, Ant-Man looks
they
like
are a
Gordon
little-
Freeman from Half-Life.
He does.
It's kind of just ridiculous. But I really love the commitment to the game. They honestly wanted to see it do well. The heroes and the extra stuff coming for free is awesome. I think it's a really good move, especially on a game that's kind of iffy.
Yeah.
And we got to release it. Oh, it's PS4 heavy.
Oh, Tony, go watch Endgame. Cassie, love Borderlands. Thank you very much.
I want to see Cassie. What's she doing? I don't
Ryan
know Cassie.
Nagel, Master Chief, or Master Chief in Smash, or Ryan. Ryan, we're gonna have to have a chat.
We're gonna riot.
Nikki Bell, Luigi's Mansion 3.
We're
Kingdom
talking about that
Hearts.
next. And we got a release date is May 15th, 2020.
Oh, keep the man bun, Marlon, says Tony.
Oh, thanks, Tony. But I mean, look, Avengers. I really think is just gonna suck a heaping pile of ass. But like, I don't want it to. I don't want it to.
I mean, go off.
I don't want it to. But like, there are so many things that can go wrong.
Yeah.
Like the voice cast is great. The game premise is great until they killed Murica. You can't kill a character in a trailer.
I mean,
you can't do that. You're an idiot.
Listen,
You can't do that.
It worked with the Transformers movie back in '85. They killed Optimus Prime in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, but did they show it?
Yeah. He was dead.
All right, well, Transformers is good.
That's gonna be a plot point. That's like they're gonna sell it on that.
You know he's coming back, right?
Yeah, but they're selling
they're-
it on that.
they-
They're selling it on.
My
Dude,
problem-
this is the
Endgame
1980s.
was big. This is like a video game version of Endgame.
I
This
feel
is the
like
1985 Transformers movie reskinned for Avengers. It's
the fact that we're getting Nathan Drake and Sam Drake as Bruce Banner and
Iron
Tony
Man,
Stark
yeah.
is amazing.
That's great. At the same time, though, it looks like they're taking a page out of the Justice League.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the Justice League movie.
Isn't that weird?
I don't know. I think
It looks very similar to the Justice League movie, which
I don't
was.
think so. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah. It was
I wouldn't
alright.
say it's that much like the Justice. We don't really know that much about it.
Based
It could
on
be
what I've
crazy.
seen. Based
Yeah.
on what I've seen.
I think my only issue was the hair. I thought the hair looks bad, but
Obviously, it's
They
still
also
being
went to
polished.
80s Iron Man, which 80s Iron Man, I'm not going to complain, but he got big ears.
yeah. But
That's who got big ears.
my thing is the Arkham games, none of the characters look like the characters in the movie.
Also,
so I think it's
yeah,
good.
so here's me just being an ass. So Captain America looks like a dad. Iron Man looks like he's
He's
like
America's dad.
He's America's father.
okay. How about this one? Try this one. Scarlett
Don't you want
Johansson.
Chris Evans
Scarlett
to be your
Johansson's
dad?
Black Widow. Black Widow looks like Farquaad. Put them together. I swear to God, she looks like Farquaad. It's not even a joke. This
Some
game
of you will die, but that is a risk I am willing to take.
Farquaad. Coming up, we talk about this.
God.
We talk about this.
Oh, and
I cannot wait.
I will shout to the heavens.
Me llaman Dan Pablo y hace más de 20 años me enamoré de una colombiana. Viajé a su país y conocí un estilo de café muy distinto, muy especial. Ahora tostamos cafés excelentes, con alturas y microclimas diferentes, resultado en una taza muy compleja y muy rica. Un sabor nuevo en el mundo. Fue un éxito. And I even got to keep the girl.
Hi, my name's Anthony. I'm with Mission Nutrition. We have 2 stores located in Hicksville and Huntington Village. We were established in 2015 by myself and my brother. We kind of are a hybrid supplement store / nutrition store where we focus on a lot of groceries so people can hit their specific diet, whether it's vegan, paleo, ketogenic. Definitely give us a follow on Instagram at It's Mission Nutrition. And definitely come on down to the stores and check us out, see what we're about.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I don't work here, but I found this shirt in the back. Come on, let me show you something. So this is Video Game Trading Post. It's at 52 East Village Green in Levittown, right across from the 7-Eleven. Now, take a look at all of this stuff. Look at all these video games. Anything from the 70s to now. Anything from the Atari to the Switch, you're gonna find it right here in this store. Accessories, games, and all this other stuff that you see, this would have been in the dumpster, if not in the store. But now, they're on the shelves where they belong. All these classic and beautiful things. Also, this store does something really cool. You know those old GameCube games that you probably left to your cat and, well, speaking from experience, none of them work anymore because it doesn't read anything anymore. This thing right here, this will fix that for you. What other store does that? You just press, oh! Video Game Trading Post is one of the coolest places on Long Island because it's good for collectors too. If you're a collector of video games or if you want to start collecting video games, you can get in-box options here and really high quality stuff. Let me show you something here. Look at this in-box Nintendo 64 from Japan. Look at that. This is awesome. It's a beautiful, beautiful product, and I would buy this to start a collection. You kidding me? Now, what am I gonna put this over here, if you don't mind. So, Video Game Trading Post, 52 East Village Green in Levittown. Make sure you come here, tell your friends about it. It's a great place. Cheese it!
Welcome back!
Welcome back!
Long Island.
We've been reading the comments, and it's finally time to talk about today's event
so
after
many
having basically 10:45 to think about it. Nintendo came in, and we both agree it won. It was the best.
I wish we could play the
one.
clip from the Philips CDI Zelda game where he's just like flying at the end. He's like, "I won!" Like, I really wish we could do that.
So why don't you start things off because you've been so giddy about this.
God!
The first thing they announced. And the second to last thing they announced, we're going to combine.
Okay.
You're up.
All right, so the first thing they announced, I was expecting, because we got the leaks, we got the Smash leaks. They announced the hero from Dragon Quest as a playable character in the Smash Brothers series. Now, what's cool about this is they're doing with the hero what I think they should be doing with Marth in Fire Emblem, because there's so many characters like Marth in the Fire Emblem series. You got Alm, you got Leaf, you got Sealith, you got, oh my God! Well,
maybe throw Crom in there.
Crom is his own. Leave Crom out of this. He finally got his spot. All right. So yeah, we got a bunch of them. I think that would be cool. Alphonse from Heroes would be great. But now we have the hero, and there's a bunch of different the heroes from all the Dragon Quest series, and they're kind of just going to be different skins. They're doing what Bowser Jr. did,
right?
You know, which I think is really cool. And this character looks to be a combination of Link and Robin, which I think is a really interesting combination. He looks like a lot of fun.
They both bring a lot of different things to the table. So to see them combined and the balance that it's going to have is actually, I think it's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, but you know what else is really, you know what else is strange now that I think about it? Dragon Quest is an Akira Toriyama game, so Goku for Smash. It might happen.
It's probably going to happen. I said Goku and Shrek. The second character that he's going to talk about is someone I really wanted to be in it.
Oh my god, Banjo-Kazooie! I'm so excited about this. Now, we were talking about before Microsoft and how they were doing a bunch of different things. They were announcing that Microsoft and Nintendo were doing a collaboration.
And a meeting.
Yes, they were meeting again and again and again. Rare is now owned by Microsoft. They used to be a subsidiary company of Nintendo. Now, what this means, in my personal theory, that Banjo-Kazooie has come back to Smash, I believe that since Microsoft and Nintendo are partnering up, we're going to see some Rare reprisals for the Switch.
I agree.
Which I think would be unbelievable.
Well,
we could finally get a Banjo 3. We could get a Diddy Kong Racing HD.
We got a Banjo 3. We don't talk about it.
We don't. All right.
So to further your point, Rare has been part of Xbox for a couple of years now. They actually did a 30, I think it was like 30 or 30 or something like that type of game. And what they did was they took games like Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie and Battletoads and put them in this game.
Yeah, like a Rare collection, basically. Yeah.
So moving forward, we have, speaking of the hero from Dragon Quest 11 was announced. Pretty cool idea.
I might pick it up because, like I said before, I'll play the hero in Smash, see what he's like, and then I'll go pick up his game. That's how I figured out I like a lot of these games.
The Bowser intro was kind of quirky.
Yeah, that was quirky. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of that.
Yeah.
You know?
Luigi's Mansion 3.
Looks great. Looks great.
It's, for me, I'm going to be positive about this one.
It looks fun.
It's a refreshing take on the series. There's a lot of different things that can be going on. And I think that it's really going to take people that have no idea what it is or didn't want to get a 3DS, which they should know games for, by the way. And they're going to bring this audience in and give Luigi some love.
Yeah,
like, he needs it.
Luigi needs it. Luigi.
The Dark Crystal something, I couldn't catch the end of the title. You probably know what it is.
We'll just say the Dark Crystal.
Okay.
But it looks cool. You know, I thought it was fun. The next game we were gonna go into is obviously Zelda.
Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening looks adorable. It looks so cute. I want to get it. Like it's.
I'm definitely buying it.
It's so
I'm 100% buying it.
It's adorable. Go look it up. Next is Trials of Mana. Trials of Mana was great. I am very excited for that.
They put a Collections of Mana. Yeah. They're putting that out as well, which is a collection of the older games for Switch.
Gorgeous.
Witcher 3 is coming.
Yeah, that was cool.
Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Okay, now I can talk about that. So, Fire Emblem Three Houses was something I was really hyped for a little while, but like the hype has kind of been dying down for me. But
I feel like Fire Emblem games are not as popular anymore.
Yeah, they're not, you know.
It's just like, Marth and Roy.
It's just the characters, you know, the characters. Everyone loves the Fire Emblem characters. And I think a lot of people suffer from the same thing I do. I don't like the Fire Emblem games. And I don't like the Fire Emblem games because I don't like to think when I'm playing video games. I like to go in, I like to beat up the bad guys and get the hell out of there. So it's a strategy game. It's literally anime chess. And like, it's fun, but this game actually looks like it panders to more of the people that like a casual playing experience. It was kind of like The Awakening, but a little more dumbed down. And I feel like I might give it a try. A lot of my friends are going to get it, so I'll take a look at it. The gameplay looks great. The characters look great. The story sounds fantastic. I can't wait to get a hold of the story. But me personally, I'm just like not really that hyped for it. But I do play Fire Emblem Heroes far more than I should. That's a fun game for the phone. So yeah, that kind of gives you an idea of what kind of Fire Emblem character I am. I think that we are going to get a Fire Emblem Three Houses character in Smash coming up soon. Either Eldegard, Claude, or Blieth, which is the main character. Bleeth is a gender fluid character. It could be either a man or a woman, depending on the character's preference. And I would love to see that actually, because they got like a whip sword, and it looks so cool. I would love a whip
let's
sword.
save that for next time.
Yeah,
We
man.
don't have a lot of time to talk about this. About the rest of it, but so we're getting Resident Evil ports, which is going to be pretty interesting.
Resident Evil 4 for the Switch.
That's going to be really cool for everybody
excited.
that is just such a big fan.
For the
Let's see, No More Heroes.
Weird.
It looked cool.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
I wish no one would talk. Every line of dialogue was crap.
Yeah, it was.
It was just horrible. I just wish no one would speak. Contra Rogue Corps, a new Contra game.
Yeah, man.
That looked insane. That looked insane.
Kinda hype.
Also, you have Contra ports for the Switch coming out. Again, fan service.
We gotta play
really
that.
love that.
We gotta play it.
Daemon X Machina.
Daemon X Machina, I've been hyped for since like they released this trailer a while ago.
Yeah.
And I've been riding that so hard. I love that game. It's like. It's a mech game. It's a mech fighting game. It's so cool. It's just giant robots beating the crap out of each other. It's so fun. And there's demons. It's cool.
We also have Panzer Dragoon, which is a throwback. It's coming back for everybody. Astral Chain looks interesting. It's a brother and sister combo type of game. Very Animu. We also have Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, which is just a reverberation of the second one.
Yeah.
Cadence of Hyrule. So Cadence was a game that came out a couple years ago for the PC and on Steam. Really cool idea. It's based. You do your attacks and movement based on rhythm. They are now doing it for Zelda.
Yeah,
which
I
looks
think
awesome.
is gonna be pretty cool.
Mario and the Sonic and the Olympic Games.
I'm hyped, dude.
Go away.
Eggman's got nipples, and it's
Go
confirmed.
away. We also have Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing finally happened. It got delayed.
Nice.
It got delayed, but it's finally happening for people that care about it. There's a lot of third-party games coming out. Like, for example, Spyro is going to be on the Switch.
Yeah.
Doom is going to be on the Switch. I mean, that's going to be incredible. And then finally, Breath of the Wild 2. Quite a shock. Like, nothing we've seen before was at E3. It honestly was like the big boom of E3.
So Zombie Ganondorf, man. Zombie Ganondorf. Those are two words.
No one knew it was coming.
Literally, Doug Bowser could have came out on stage and just went Zombie Ganondorf, walked off stage, and I would have been like, yes!
I will tell you that no one was expecting it. Everybody put out what the big games were going to be. I mean, there are some surprises, but Nintendo handled this like a champ. I'm really excited to see what happens with it. So, unfortunately, we have to close. I'm glad we're closing on Nintendo, though, because next week, we're going to be talking about the battle, the decade-long, multiple decade-long battle between Nintendo and Sega. And I have 26 pages of notes on it.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a fun episode coming up next week.
Absolutely.
In the meantime, if you have any questions, things that you want us to talk about, please hit up Strong Island TV, hit up us on Instagram, Martron Music, C-Train Media.
Absolutely.
For Colton, I'm Marlon. Pleasure seeing you, and we will see you soon.
Take care, guys.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to tune in next week, Tuesday at 10. Also, go on our Facebook page at NERDVANA LI. There you can recommend topics for the show, or just tell us how we did. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Video Game Trading Post, Hudson Valley CBD, and Mission Nutrition. Tune in next week. Good night.